Hi guys, Melanie here with Yoga and Mobility with Mel. We're going to talk about Diastasis Recti today, what it is, and how you can check for it. What I like to tell all of my clients is to check for the Diastasis Recti if they have it, even before pregnancy. But before that, let's talk a little bit about what Diastasis Recti is. You have your linea alba, which connects from your pubic bone up to your sternum, and it's a thin sheath of connective tissue basically, which connects your left and right rectus abdominis muscles. So when you get pregnant, the belly has to expand to allow the baby room to grow. So by the third trimester, pretty much every woman is going to have a diastasis recti. So even after you give birth, there's going to be some degree of a diastasis recti present. And it's best to check anywhere between 6 to 12 weeks after giving birth. And really what you want to do is just allow your body some time to heal. You've just given birth, maybe by a cesarean or by natural delivery, and your body, it needs that time to heal. It's a massive thing that has happened to your body, and you're still healing in that time. So I don't like for people to worry too much about wanting to get their body back right away. You definitely want to allow some time for your body to heal. Now, once you've hit that mark where around 6 to 12 weeks, and you want to start to check on and see what degree of separation that you have post your birth, then let's show you how to do that here. So what we'll do is you're going to come into a lying down position. I'm just going to put a block under my head. You can roll onto your side and then roll onto your back. So we want to move your pants or your shorts to be able to feel in and around your belly button area. So with your knees bent up and feet flat onto the ground, you're going to use 2 fingers, and we're going to start, you can start right above the belly button. So we're going to lift our head just a little bit. So you lift your head up slightly so you feel engagement of your abdominal muscles, and then we're just going to start to feel around that top of the belly button area. And what you're feeling for is the muscle, the muscles, and then seeing if you can find this kind of width or a gap that's happening in between the left and the right rectus abdominis muscles. So you can just kind of poke around above the belly button. So you can measure it with your fingers. So you can measure it if you have 2, 3, 4, or more. So it just depends on each person. A lot of this comes down to genetics and different things that you might not have any control over. So just feel around there, and then you can even kind of go up a little bit further, because for a lot of people this diastasis recti is not just above the belly button. It can be below the belly button. It can be all the way from your pubic bone up to your sternum in this wide shape. So just start around the top of the belly button, just feeling with your fingers, keeping your head up so you have a slight engagement of the belly muscles. And then once you do that, go down below the belly button and start to feel around below the belly button and see what separation that you might have there. Good. So once you've done that, what you'll notice is this real squishiness. If your fingers really kind of like drop down and there's not much tone or tension in that area. And a kind of typical diastasis recti, maybe a 1 or 2 finger distance, a typical gap. Anything more than that is something that you want to pay a little bit more attention to. So especially when you sit up and you use your abdominal muscles, you want to make sure that there's no coning and doming out of the belly. So the abdominal contents basically coming out through that gap. So when you lift up, you want to see if you can create a bit of tension so that it's not just like really squishing and pressing down a little bit further. And it's nothing to be scared about having a diastasis recti. It just means that you need time for your body to heal, and then we want to progressively load and start to get our center a little bit stronger. And there's a lot of different things that we can do, but some of the first things to do is not by going straight out into a plank, but working on breath awareness and some alignment. And you can see some of the videos that I have elsewhere where I talk about these things to help bring all this back into your core. Let me know if you have any other questions. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to check for your diastasis recti, and thanks guys.